Hello and welcome back to F1 22 Driver Career Mode. My name is Chris and today we're headed down under. But first, if you haven't checked out the season opener in Bahrain, go check that out now. We run through all of the driver transfers. Excuse me. We run through all the driver transfers. Everybody's, changing around and whatnot. This guy is testing my patience. Anyway, yeah, so go check that out if you haven't already. It's a good one. It's a spicy one. It's a great start to the season for us, and we're going to hope to carry that momentum into this race as we have a look at some upgrades. We're putting a major front downforce on. Hopefully, that will come in time, not for Australia, but maybe the next race. So keep an eye for that one. But for now, it's time to head to the track and see what we can do in qualifying. Our car has been fantastic so far. Obviously, we've only had one race, but it's looking good. It feels good. Let's see where we're at. Into Q1 we go then. So you can see we are sat at the top of the times at the moment. We have already set a lap in Q1. Probably didn't really need to set this one as we back out right there. And we go through comfortably at the top of the timesheet into Q3. I say comfortably, it's only 3 tenths between, us and the Red Bulls, so not a ton of time there, but feeling good, feeling comfortable. It can only get quicker. The track's going to rubber in, and hopefully we will rubber in as well, whatever that means. Onwards then to start our flyer in Q2. Oh, a bit of floor damage there. That's not ideal. We are on a lap though, so we're going to keep in it. We obviously cut the corner a bit, but we didn't get any warnings for it, so we'll just keep in it and see what we can do. It's hopefully going to be enough to get us into Q3. As you can see, only 7 seconds left in this session, so it's now or never. Let's find out what we're going to do as we come round the final corner on the power. Nice and early. DRS open a bit late there. What's it going to be? P11. That's unfortunate. All that bigging up of the car that I did, I mean, to be fair, that was a human error. That was my fault. But here's our qualifying results then. P11 for us. Not great. And we'll see what the top 10 guys can do. A bit of a surprise there. Charles Leclerc in the Alfa Romeo in the top 10. That's not a top 10 car, I don't think. So, yeah, Charles Leclerc is absolutely on one in that Alfa. Shockingly, of course, after winning the championship last year in the Ferrari, decided, you know what? That's good enough for me. I'm just going to go and chill in the Alfa. But here's who we're losing in Q2. It's myself, Fernando Alonso, Mick Schumacher. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, by the way. Alex Albon and Lance Stroll going to be out.
It's race day here in Melbourne as we continue with what could shape up to be one of the best Australian Grand Prix ever. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit, 3.28 miles around, with the streets making for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 14 corners around the lake, with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Gasly, Carlos Sainz, and Hamilton. Russell, Ricciardo, Ocon, and Charles Leclerc. Marshall, Fernando Alonso, Mick Schumacher, and Albon. Stroll, Schwartzman, Sebastian Vettel, and Kevin Magnussen. Tsunoda and Nicholas Latifi. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
Now, you may have noticed, we're on the red banded tyre. We're going to start on the softs and go as long as we can on the softs and then jump onto the hard tyre. It's a bit of a ballsy strategy, but I think it can work. So we're going to try it. What have we got to lose? We're in P11. Our car is quick.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surroundings. Surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
So let's give it a go as we wait for the 5 red lights to illuminate. As they do so. And we're underway in Australia in Season 2. Not a bad start for us. Look at the Haas of Fernando Alonso, though, coming absolutely flying through. But we get a cracking start. We've already made up 2 positions as we head into turn 1, getting held up a little bit by Lewis Hamilton there as he locks up and goes straight on. Fernando Alonso comes flying past, as does Esteban Ocon, from all the way back down to P11. So a little bit of an unfortunate one there. We got absolutely held up. We're going to send it down the inside on Ocon. Lewis Hamilton locked up again. What's going on with him at the moment? Not a great start for him. But up ahead, Russell and Ricciardo having a little battle. But up front, here's what the order looks like. Max Verstappen leads us away from Lando Norris and Sergio Perez. And Carlos Sainz in the other Ferrari is in P4 currently, but we are looking to chase down Lewis Hamilton as we do so into the first lap. Currently sat in P9, so we're in the points already, which is a really good start for us. But here's Fernando Alonso having a little look around the outside, potentially into the chicane. Doesn't quite have the speed to get alongside us as he would have wanted. And we managed to maintain that position for now, but we're going to have to keep close attention to him because he's going to be looking to make a move if we're not careful. But yeah, the 2 of us on the soft tyres, so we're going to be looking to cut through the field as quickly as we can so that we don't kill our tyres all that soon. But of course, the mediums, generally with these 22 cars, are very, very good as we go up the inside on Lewis Hamilton, and through we go for 8th place, and that leaves us to chase down Ricciardo in the Ferrari.
We've got a lot of spare energy, okay to use your overtake button.
He's got a lot to prove here because, of course, his engine failed in Bahrain, and he'll be wanting to make sure that he makes the most of the opportunities he's got, but he sends it almost on Russell. So in doing so, invites us to just cut through, and we'll take that position. Thank you very much.
You made it look so easy.
Up into P7 then after just 2 laps. That's not bad going. I reckon we could be on for something special here today. We know we've got the car underneath us. Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez setting fastest laps so far.
Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead.
And of course DRS on lap 3. And here's George Russell pulling out slightly, going a little bit defensive on the main straight. But what are we going to do? Fastest lap of the race, we'll take that. We're going to go around the outside. No, we think twice about it. He's gone compromised himself on the exit though. We get the ERS on, the DRS open. And here we are, round the outside of George Russell into turn 4. Yes, we do. Thank you very much. And that is another position in this Grand Prix here in Australia. Gasly up next. And what's going on here then as we head to the end of lap 4, or on to lap 4 rather? No, on to lap 5, my bad. We're going to have a little look on the inside of Gasly. Are we going to make that move? No, we're not. Gasly is just a little bit too far ahead. However, we're on his tail later on in the lap as we get on the power decently early. DRS open. Is this going to be the opportunity? This corner right here is absolutely fantastic for overtaking. If you can be brave on the brakes just like that and send it down the inside, you can make up positions all day long. And we do so as we head now after Carlos Sainz. Nice and close here then on the end of lap 7. Could this be the one? Don't think so. We're just a little bit too far back. We absolutely have the pace though against these medium runners. Engineer wanting us to pit on this lap. I don't quite think we're ready to pit though, because we are still faster than the medium tyres. So we're going to absolutely make the most of it and probably stay out a couple more laps. If we can get onto lap 10 before we put those hard tyres on, that would be ideal. Here's Carlos Sainz though. Are we going to go around the outside? No, we're going to switch to the inside, get nice and early on the brakes. Just apply a bit of pressure. Usually, you probably want to brake later there, but I just had a feeling that we could apply a bit of pressure. And it worked wonders as we take ourselves up into P4 in this Grand Prix. That's a fantastic progress so far. And we do go longer. Carlos Sainz also just behind us. End of lap 10 then. We're going to come in? Yes, we are. You can see on the right-hand side there that our tyres have seen better days. And we're going to come in for those hards. And I reckon the medium tyre runners might be in just a couple of laps anyway. So this strategy might just work, you know. Nice turn in. Hard tyres on. Nice and smooth there.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
2.3 second stop. We'll take that.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
And we're
Let's
out
go.
into P12. So everybody else, though, bear in mind, has still got a pit. So we're doing good here. Sebastian Vettel on those older medium tyres has been caught up by ourselves, and we're going to try and get past him as soon as possible to get ourselves into a bit of clean air. Although we have got to tackle Charles Leclerc as well, but we'll see. He's into the pit lane, so never mind. We don't have to worry about him. As we chase Sebastian Vettel down the main straight, are we going to do a move into turn 1? It looks like we might just do it. Up the inside, and we're through nice and cleanly. And now that's Carlos Sainz just ahead of us, who, don't forget, was on the medium tyres, and he's already pitted onto the hards. So this strategy is an absolute blinder, I reckon. And he still seems to be quicker than him, so that's always good news. Can we get the move done into the chicane, or are we going to hold off and wait for the DRS zone? I would say, yeah, we back out just a little bit early. And we size him up into the DRS zone. Look at the speed we've got when he doesn't have DRS. Down the inside.
The car ahead of you is just fitting the hard tyres. The car ahead now on the hard compound.
Washed out of the way there, but nice and easy. Through we go, back up into P7. And now everybody else ahead of us seems to have pitted. So we're back up to where we were. We've got 4 seconds to the guys in front. And that's a double yellow flag.
We've informed the safety car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple stock vehicles on the track.
That was Robert Schwartzman and Nicolas Latifi having an issue there. So here's Schwartzman. Engine failure by the looks of it. Smoke bellowing out. Here come Nicolas Latifi and Alex Albon in the Williams. What's going to happen here? Nicolas Latifi absolutely smashed into the back of Schwartzman. I don't know what he was thinking. It was double wave yellows. The safety car comes out and we get to catch the front 3. That is ideal for us. And off we go. Back underway for green flag running. Not a great restart from us. We got caught napping a little bit, but that's okay. We can get our heads down now and make a bit of progress. Hopefully, get past Norris in that McLaren. The McLaren, though, into season 2, have absolutely just gone mad with their upgrades, and they're really up there with the Red Bull and the Ferrari. So it's going to be a close battle for the championship, I think, this time around, which is great. It's what we want. We want more than 1 or 2 teams fighting for it. So here we are, though, on to lap 23. Going round the outside on Lando. Can we get round the outside here? It's a bit of a ballsy move. He's late, really late on the brakes, so much so that he locks up, trying not to crash into Perez. Look at that, super late on the brakes, thinks, oh my goodness, I'm going to hit him. And yeah, locks up straight on, and we just duck past him. Ideal. 2 Red Bulls then ahead of us and 6 laps to go. Can we catch him? I reckon we might be able to get Perez. Verstappen is absolutely flying though, 2.8 seconds ahead, just after the safety car restart. So yeah, he's on it, shall we say, and it might just be a second place for us today, but that's really still amazing progress from when you look at where we were last season, finishing in 6th and 7th most of the time. Set purple sector there though, so who knows, maybe we can do it. Here we are then on Sergio Perez, DRS open, ERS on, and we're going to go round the outside again. Is this going to work? No, not this time. It was a bit of a ballsy one, and it didn't work out.
5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
But that's okay. We've got plenty of time to get him, and we're nice and close. Maybe a turn 1 lunge. Let's see how we go out of here. Oh, a little bit wobbly there, so don't think the turn 1 is going to happen, and it doesn't. On to lap 26. We're going around the outside again. Is this going to work this time? I'm not convinced. It is. Unbelievable. We clearly went off track there, but we won't say any more about that. And we're up into P2. From P11, the strategy has worked wonders. I think we definitely could have made up places starting on the mediums, but starting on those softs has absolutely changed our race. Gave us so much pace at the start, and we've still got amazing pace here, but can we catch Verstappen? Nah. 4.2 seconds. And he's still going faster, so I think we have to settle in.
Final lap of the race.
Settle in here for a P2 as we come round the final couple of corners. Ooh, not a great one there, but Perez doesn't capitalise. And here's what happened to Norris. So Norris was right behind. I just noticed a little while ago that he wasn't there, and this is why. So yeah, Norris was in P4, I think. He was who we overtook for P4, and just disappeared. And that's why he did a little pirouette on lap 27. But we come across the line to complete the Australian Grand Prix in second place. We'll take that.
Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a strong drive and a great finish. Well done.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
There you go then. P2 in the Australian Grand Prix, just behind Max Verstappen, who, has to be said, drove an incredible race. He had unbelievable pace, even against Sergio Perez in the same car. And yeah, fair play, fair play. That does bring him, of course, closer to us in the championship, but we scored second place, and that is a good, hefty chunk of points to keep that championship lead alive. Hopefully, we can maintain it for the rest of the season, and who knows, maybe season 2 is where we win the championship. I don't want to jinx it, but heck, it's been a great start so far. But here's the race results then. Max Verstappen winning, ourselves in P2, and Sergio Perez completes the podium in P3. Now, Lando Norris in the McLaren could have had himself a P4 there, but he did that little 360, a couple of laps towards the end, and finds himself in P7. Esteban Ocon, absolutely nowhere to be seen. Has to be said that Australia is not a strong track for him so far in this career mode. Here we are though, look at that, beautiful sight, us at the top of the championship. You love to see it. Sergio Perez, interestingly enough, in P2. So yeah, Red Bull are scoring the Constructors' points. They are currently leading the Constructors because we don't have the teammate to score the second load of points. But is what it is. Hopefully he picks up his pace, picks up his focus, and can be there to support our championship as it goes on. Anyway, Imola's up next, and that's a sprint round. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave us a little comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one in Imola. Bye.